check out our shirt on Teespring.
All right.
Are we talking now? Or
Yeah. So James and Max here. So we're
we
looking
may,
at this.
we may have a special person later on. He may talk later on.
Well, I mean, we'll cut some of it off, but yeah. Anyway, this is in Windsor, Virginia, and police officers are. Well, I mean, they stopped this guy who's in the army.
Also, we have a new sponsor.
Yeah,
Kidding.
right. We have a sponsor.
Okay.
That's what. Anyway, so it was a traffic stop. I think it was like a
year ago or a year and a half ago or something like that.
Yeah, but I forgot what they were actually like stopping it for.
When was he didn't have proper tags, but he was wearing his windows were tint, so he had the tags, but they're tinted, and so the reason why, and he was trying to look for a safe place to park. Everybody tells you when a cop wants to pull you over, and you want to find the things you have to do is slow down. The thing he didn't put his hazard lights on. But the problem doing this, the cops are in their mind. They're
running.
You're trying to run from them, or they're trying to hide things from them, and so the cops are not trained. Realize that it could be because cops automatically think you're doing something wrong, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
So I mean, the worst thing to do is you just pull to the side. I don't care, side of a cliff. Just go off the cliff and or something. It's much safer going off a cliff and dealing with a cop.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, but he gets pulled into a gas station and.
But he parked. Yeah, he parked in a safe area. The lights are everywhere. Hands are out. He appeared not to be a threat, but watch the video. You will see how the cops responded. And one was a veteran too. And one's a rookie. One got fired. One kept his job. Your hands are out.
Put your hands out the window.
But they gave me two different orders.
Turn the vehicle off. Put your hands out the window. I can't tell. Put your hands out the window and turn the vehicle off.
Just a reminder, the Supreme Court said when the cop tells you to get out of the car, you gotta get out of the car.
Put your hands out the window.
But
he's not complying, Judge.
He is complying. His hands are out.
Let me see your hands. How many occupants are in the vehicle?
He's responding.
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
Just their ego and stuff like that.
Open the door slowly. Step out. Open the door.
The way cop tells you to get out of the car, one hand gets out, one hand reaches over, and they do that.
Yeah. Open the door slowly and get out.
Get out now! Yeah, this guy took us over.
Open the door and get out the car.
Just a reminder, they're in a parking lot, a gas station, really lit, and his hands are out. He appeared not to be threatened. They're trained, cops should be trained, the legs, you know what I mean? If they take the guns down, relax.
Get out of the car!
Hands relax.
Get out of the car now!
I'll try to be with them not doing, their job.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now!
But what he did wrong was he should have got out of the car.
Yeah.
That's the one thing he did wrong.
Get out of the car now!
But he's nervous. Got two guys pulling guns at you. In the history of black people getting killed by cops.
Get out the car.
Or high.
Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car.
You received an order. Obey it.
Well, I like the cop had the old gangster style with his gun like that. Old gangster like.
You should be. Get out.
Yeah, you should be. I'm scared. You should be scared. I mean, that really didn't help at all. You're gonna run the lighting.
You're being stopped by traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now.
I'm gonna turn down a little bit. So
You're being detained. Okay? You're being detained for obstruction of justice.
The cop went right there. The bald cop got fired. I went right there. And actually, there's a lawsuit going on against this.
yeah, the police department.
They didn't do a good job relaxing, making anything.
No, it's.
Looks like he's really doing that. He's not a threat. He's not a threat. He should have pepper spray in his eyes. So hey, I gotta get out now. He can't see shit.
Please relax. Please relax.
He just wanted to talk.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country.
And then later on the video, they say if you complain about us, we'll be trying to get you fired. And they can't do that. They can't threaten you to file a complaint. You get every right to complain. When I worked at concerts, some complain about me and someone complain about you. And I told them, you have every right to complain. You feel so free.
Sir, just get out of the car.
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
You're my life.
Get
I get you again. You're blinded.
out of the car! Get out of the car now!
They didn't do anything to help, make it better. Obvious, he's in a military outfit. He's not a threat. His hands are out.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car. Take your seatbelt
And then they try to drag him while the seatbelt's still on because he can't see.
My hands are out.
His hands are out.
My hands are out. Please.
This is why people don't want to have cops involved in their lives. Because I never had a cop treat me good. Even doing a small infraction like jaywalking, they treat you like you're a criminal. You're doing something bad. Even me walking to work. I used to work CPS at night. Walking to work, I used to get harassed by a cop. Because automatic thing you're doing wrong. Even if they look at my license and I have no record, they automatically you're doing things bad. How dare you leave your house? How dare you leave your apartment?
straight on the ground.
The cops treat us like martial law out there.
Yeah, man.
Down. Let's go.
And yet at the hospital where I worked at, they always dump on like people that they don't want to deal with, and we have to deal with them. Well, I mean, when I worked there, but it's I don't know. It's just like there's like no middle ground. Either they're really not trying to do their job, or they're overdo a lot of stuff.
You're a security guard. They expect you to do so much at security guard.
Yeah, and
They don't pay enough.
well, I mean, like people get hurt, and we don't have like the right training or equipment to handle them.
They don't train you at all.
Okay, exactly. Anyway, so like they try to get this guy out of the car, and I'm not sure why he's not exactly compliant. Maybe he's just nervous.
He's nervous. They're not doing their job. They're not doing their part of laxing it.
No, they're not. They're not
They
de-escalating.
didn't do none of that.
No, so they just like take him to the ground.
He didn't put his hands down on the side. And then they grab him. He's blinded. At this point, he's blinded. They slam him to the ground.
Can you please talk to me about
And he's relaxed. He's calm, relaxed.
why am I being treated
Yeah,
like this?
I'm still not sure why he's not like complying, but who knows?
But he's blinded. He's blind now.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like before, he didn't even answer their questions or.
Yeah, just tell him why you got to pull up. I mean, the cops could obviously know that he had the proper tax. That existing.
And this is all over tags. It's not like he was like running over pedestrians or slamming into like other cars or anything like that.
Well, later on we do our videos about this, about people drive like a minute or something. They try to go to a safe place and cops overacted.
Yeah.
There's one guy he's a some kind of shrink for this one guy. He didn't want to get pulled from his patient's house, so he drove like 1 mile away, and the cops accused him of evading cops.
Yeah.
But he was not speeding. He was not, speeding if somebody hits the gas, they're taking off.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, they're just overdoing it here.
He's
like,
overdoing
so
it.
just-
Once again, the bald guy got fired.
Yeah, the senior officer.
Senior guy got fired.
Anyway, it's basically just like he's on the ground
Mm-hmm.
with being detained.
Yeah. So that's very much for the video. So we guys, let's get some comments or let you know what you think about this. About James, what do you think? Speak up, boy.
I think it's terrible.
Terrible.
It's
I
really
think it's terrible training on the cops' part, and I think that our military and the cops should be one team.
Well,
And if I ever was a cop and I pulled over a military man, I would know he was trained the way I was already, and I would expect him to be professional about it.
right.
And then you see that he's not. He has every right to question that officer about his professionality, about the situation, and to be calm and knowing, hey, the guy works for a country. He's doing the same thing that officer is doing in his life, and he loves us, and he loves everybody, and he's all about helping people. So for that officer to go at him like that, he better have a very good reason other than just pulling him over for something like
Yeah, a traffic
you,
ticket.
you know.
And
And you don't pull a gun on somebody just for a traffic ticket.
But it was like he was speeding. He was had like something wrong with. He had like non proper tags, and
Yeah,
he did have tag, but it was tinted window.
But if
Yeah.
if I was the officer, I would be like, this is a military man. He's been trained. He's probably professional, and he's also about the people and public safety. And it says right on the side of our cop cars, public safety. We're here for you. You know what I mean? And you want to trust them. But when something like this happens, to a hero, you know, to somebody that actually loves our country and
Yeah.
actually supports us as, you know, community, that's wrong. You know,
Well-
there's nothing right about it.
Well, trust me, the protecting thing is misleading because the Supreme Court actually said that they don't have to protect us. Because there was a stabbing. There's one guy was having on a train in New York on a subway. Some guy was getting stabbed. Some guy in the video trying to stop the guy from stabbing. These two cops were watching it, and he tried to sue the New York.
Right.
And they said we don't have to protect you. Well, all that BS about serve and protect, that's BS. Even the Supreme Court says that they don't have cops.
Well, when was that?
The New York thing? It was
No, I mean, yeah, when was that?
a couple years ago. I don't forget what exact date, but it was a couple years ago.
So it wasn't that long ago. Shit,
Yeah, maybe like 3 years.
that sucks.
I think it's no more 3 years or 4 years ago, my guess.
Yeah.
But you know, they're not there to protect us. They're just there to is behavior, revenue, and stuff like that. And most of the time, they get cold about something. Their feelings get hurt, or Karen calls out a black person for walking or something in a white neighborhood.
Yeah.
Or something. It's more. They're like more. Our cops are more. They're more. I feel like we're cattle, and the cops for the cowboy is the rope. Is their handcuffs, their weapons, or they're the potatoes. Because I got harassed by cops. One time I was in Pleasanton. I was driving from San Jose to Pleasanton, then go to Stockton to see my mom, and some cop gave me a hard time. Said, "What are you doing in Pleasanton?" It's like my constitutional right says I'm allowed to come.
Yeah, I mean, people can't travel from city to city, really.
I'm legally right. If I wanted to go to maybe I have a crush on this girl that works at Pleasanton.
I mean, come on. This is not Iraq.
maybe this.
Iraq, they will arrest you if you're in another city without permission.
But the cops in their heads.
Yeah, they will do that.
In their heads,
True.
They believe we live in a martial. The whole thing is martial. They believe in martial law. That's the whole thing. It is. It's martial. We're all doing bad things. All of us are doing horrible. And look like the drug war. Like 1% of the population was doing drugs, and we spend millions of dollars and lives.
And yet they when it comes to people that actually have problems, they don't want to deal with them, so they dump them in the hospital.
Yeah.
You need to go to the hospital to be on a 5150. Yeah, there you go. Then they'll just come back. That's what happens.
Well,
yeah.
You should look into the drug war. How much we actually the CIA was part of it.
I don't know. We're getting on a tangent here, but
let me finish. Be quiet for once. But I'm just saying that the whole the small. I'm trying to say that the small population of people are doing crime. They make it sound like 60% of the population is doing crime, and they create these laws because that small, section of people doing crime.
Yeah,
it's like they're trying to find ways to violate our rights. The same thing with the whole drug war. They believe.
Yeah.
Trust me, the whole drug war never happened if drugs were illegalized.
Yeah.
It makes so much money in taxes. I know we're going to a different direction now, but half this stuff is just. I guess understand about laws, how they're trying to contain us. But when I turned 18, right, or the mid 90s, when I turned 18, they created this law that no minors had a curfew, no minors are not allowed to be out at a certain time. They had to be home. And what it did was, if you look like 18, the cops will come up to you and harass you. They have to prove how old you are. And it's just their way, want to know what you're doing here, detaining us. It has nothing to do with protection. It's just finding new ways to control us. Where are we going? why are we doing here, and get in our business.
Hmm.
And because a bunch of kids are breaking out, are going out causing problems, why it should affect my life. I got every right to, they used to come up to maybe outdoor cafe at 1 o'clock in the morning. A cops will come up to you and ask for your ID.
Hmm.
And the kids are confusing because to show your ID is like they have to prove that you're breaking the law. They cannot just guess.
Hmm.
They cannot do that, but they're doing that, breaking our constitution right. I got every right to walk around 1 o'clock in the morning and do things. And and these cops they're eagles. It's just how dare you not pull over fast? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in charge. It's all about cattle. They're just trying to control us. That's all it is. I'm going on. I'm getting angry right now.
There's an aggressive way to look at it, and then there's also a part of me that wants to believe that they have been trained properly, and I do respect that. So and they will protect you. So you need to like as a person understand when to be against them or when not to, and or obviously the officer was out of line.
Yeah.
And he needed to be reprimanded. But
He got fired.
in this case,
He got fired.
but for me, I don't see every officer as that guy.
Yeah, but for me, my history of cops, I do see that.
You see it every time.
I don't.
Maybe it follows. Maybe it just follows your situations with them, or
maybe a better experience than I did. For me, it's just for me just going to work at 2 o'clock in the morning is like, how dare you?
no. Obviously, he was out of line. I 100% back that up. And we are humans. We're they are too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they've been trained.
Yeah, but
so, you have to accept the fact, like, man, you don't know what that guy had been through that night. But I want to be able to trust that the system saying this guy's going to tell somebody what to do, so we have to tell him that he can't work tonight. Mm-hmm. You know what? Maybe he shouldn't have been working that shift. Maybe he went through trauma the day before. Or you don't know what he did. You don't know what happened to him, or maybe he just came from being threatened and he was still excited, or maybe he was, but you don't know. So my opinion on the whole situation is totally out of line, and I'm thankful he was reprimanded, but at the same time we need to refine our system and make it better, and make them look at people, especially in our military, and love them, because they look out for our police department, even more than the police department does for us. So,
Well, also you forget cops don't weed out the bad cops. They cover up the good cops.
Oh, totally.
They're looking for them because in Stockton, what happened in Stockton was they were pulling over the women, the wives of the Lodi cops, and gave them tickets. And they said, "How dare you pull my wife up for speeding?" She said, "Officer," it's like, I understand, but when I used to work at Shoreline, and people say, "Oh yeah, my dad's a cop. I need to show my ID." Oh, bullshit! I don't care who your dad is.
Right.
You're only, you know what I mean? Oh, I got one woman threatened me one time with Shoreline. My dad's a sheriff. He can kick your ass. Well, that's a threat. I can kick you out right now. They kind of shit up when I told them that. I know.
You can tell them that's our legal right to your freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm. There's freedom of speech,
but at the same time, I do respect them every day for what they do and
I
what
respect,
they have to go to, and I know they are in an enormous amount of stress and situations that they can't control. But there's a breaking point for every person, and sometimes you have to know that before that person acts up. So as the government, they should already know he shouldn't have been on call that night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's an aggressor. So again, it's like, okay, man, that sucks. For me, that I go, oh, they're failing us. But it's our human nature.
but for me, it's like I don't know. I feel like
not all-
I feel like the Wizard of Oz, and I feel like I'm on the little Mexican saying, "Are you a good witch or a bad witch?" I feel sometimes with cops.
Right.
You know, you kind of hesitate. You're kind of hiding behind the
Me,
walls
I'm
or
not
the
a witch.
bush.
I'm not a witch.
You know, but
I'm not a witch.
today. Not today. So that's pretty much
Who did that script? Why not a
the
witch?
witch. I forgot. Maybe my Python.
Yes, Monty Python.
Maybe.
I'm not a witch.
Did
Oh
this-
yes, you are.
Oh yeah,
yes.
if it was when they're about to throw. The Holy Grail.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a classic. Watch that movie. We're going offline, but we're going.
not a witch.
She floats. Oh yeah, they dress her up like a witch.
Yes. This is fake. This is a fake nose. It's a carrot.
So we're going a different direction right now. So
I know.
But
We're laughing at the situation.
we're a bunch of idiots anyway. So we're trying to fit our fat heads in one little camera. So like and subscribe. We do different things on this channel. Also, we're looking for people to be part of this. Well, as long as you're not a racist bigot or a homophobic idiot, you'll be fine. So be part of our channel and getting ideas, buy our t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then we get 50 million views. Maximum
50 million. Sure.
I'll put clamps on his nipples. Not the good clamps, but the clamps you get from a hardware store.
Yeah,
yeah.
those ones that are clothespins.
Yeah, we need this to be enough for kids. Again,
All right.
we get too sexualized.
All right. See ya.
Right.